guys, it's Megan, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different to my channel, and I'm going to be doing my first ever video where I don't really put on any makeup. I'm just going to be talking about makeup, and I'm going to be doing my first ever favorites video for the year of 2017, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I thought were the best products to come out of the beauty world this year, and what really worked for me, and what I just really fell in love with. The video is pretty long. In fact, it was so long that I had to re-record this intro because I tried to initially do my favorites and my most hated products all in one video, and it was like 45 minutes long, so I was like, whoa there. So I'm actually just re-recording this so that I can separate the videos and just really take my time talking about what I loved. And I hope you guys appreciate that, because I know I really like these videos because I get to discover some really cool products, and I do that by listening to what people have to say about it. So that's why you'll obviously notice that my makeup and my outfit are completely different in the rest of the video, but yeah. If you guys are new to my channel, or if you just haven't hit subscribe yet, make sure that you hit subscribe below this video. It helps me out so much, and you wouldn't want to miss any of the awesome makeup tips that I have to offer in 2018, so make sure you hit that button. And so yeah, without any further ado, here are my favorite makeup products from 2017. Alright, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. So the first two products, well, they're the same product, but they're in different colors, that I want to talk about are these highlight palettes from BH Cosmetics. Oh my god, BH Cosmetics upped their game this year. I've always loved them. They started my makeup journey, but this year they really just took it from like cheap products that were kind of, you were paying for what you got, to like cheap products that are better than high-end qualities. One of those products that I absolutely fell in love with were their new highlighting palettes. This is the Spotlight Highlight palette from BH Cosmetics, and I have been obsessed with this palette since I got it. I haven't even made pan, I mean, it's kind of a mess, but I haven't even come close to making a little dip in it, because you just need a little bit and it goes such a long way. So I'm really pale, but you can obviously see that these are some blinding highlights, and I've just really been in love. They also have another one called the Blacklight Highlight Palette, and this one has your more duochrome shades. I don't really find myself reaching for this one, because honestly, who does reach for those duochrome colorful ones? But they look really good when I'm going for that type of look. 15 bucks, but you know, BH Cosmetics is always having a sale, so you can get it for like 10. Just wait for them to have a sale. So the next product I'm going to talk about is from Colourpop, and that is the Yes Please palette. This palette is so good. This is a brand new palette because I did somehow manage to misplace my original one. I have no idea where, but I had to buy another one because it was just that good. This palette is an exact dupe for the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I don't have it. I've swatched it, but $120 is not something that I'm willing to personally pay for a palette. So I went ahead and got this one the second that it came out, not only because it's a dupe for a palette that I wanted, but because it's just so pretty, and you get these colors swatch so amazingly. Colourpop's shadows are just something really, really different. They're so buttery and they blend out so nicely. It is one of those palettes that you can really get your complete look out of. I think it goes really well with your deeper skin tones, and it's really, really good for summer and for fall, obviously. So I'm not using it much right now, but honestly, this palette gives me the looks that I think look the best on my eyes personally. And that is just to kind of give you an idea of how those swatch really lightly. I'm obsessed, you guys. You guys are gonna see how much I loved this one because it's almost gone. Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. No joke, I was so mad when I went to the store and I was like, $11 for a drugstore bronzer? I wasn't sure what was in it or what Physicians Formula thought they were on, that they thought that they could charge $11 for a bronzer, but they did, and I paid my coin for it, and it is so worth it. I totally understand now. It is probably my favorite bronzer ever, not even kidding. I like it more than my Hoola bronzer. But yeah, as you can see, I've already hit pan. It is a little bit light, and for deeper toned people, it might honestly just kind of blend in, but the color is so pretty. It's not too orange, but it's not ashy. I just love it so much. It smells great. It blends out great. Every brush I use, it still looks good, even if I'm using like a crusty old brush. So just buy the bronzer. It's worth it. It's gonna replace your high-end bronzers. Trust. Just trust. Another palette that I fell in love with this year is the Fenty Pro Filt'r foundation. I really like this one for my skin personally, and I know that a lot of people didn't really like it, but that's because it's formulated for people with oily skin. So if you have dry skin, you probably won't like it. I struggle with acne and this didn't seem to break me out, and it really was the only foundation I found that did not separate at the end of the day. I do use a primer that I love with it. Foundation is just the type of thing where it's so different from one person to another, and so a lot of people hated this, but I feel like my skin is very different from other people's skin in that it's so oily. And honestly, Fenty still looked really good at the end of the day, and it's only $34, so can't complain. I loved it personally. You may not, but I'm never letting go of this foundation, ever. Maybelline came for our wigs in 2017, and they put out so many amazing products. We've all known and loved Maybelline for a while. They really stepped up their game, and one of the products that I loved the most was this Master Chrome highlighter. Oh, this highlighter feels like it's a luxury highlighter. Like, it almost feels like a cream highlighter. And usually drugstore highlighters are so dusty and dry and crusty, but not this one. It feels like soft and creamy and hello. It's a little bit dark, and you know what, that's fine. But I wanted them to release more shades, and they finally have. I saw them at Walgreens, and I was like, girl, I gotta pick those up next time I get paid. Couple more Maybelline products, and those are these Superstay matte liquid lipsticks. Holy shit, these don't come off. They don't come off. And that's what I want. I don't want it to ever come off. I want to drink tea, I want to eat spaghetti, and I want it to still be there. Whatever they put in this stuff to make it stay on your lips, I want it in all of my liquid lipsticks, because I can go an entire day and not even touch that up and it's still on there. They had to make a literal makeup remover specifically for that formula, and it's drugstore, and I think they're like $10, which is a little bit on the pricey side for a drugstore liquid lipstick, but if it's gonna stay all day, why not? My only thing with them is that they don't dry entirely matte, and they say they're matte, but if you just go for it with just a little bit of setting powder, just that much, just a little bit, it's gonna be matte all day. And I just saw that they launched new shades, because honestly these were the only shades that I was really into from the original launch of these, but I saw some really cool like grays and purples and nudes and like an auburny sort of shade that I really I'm gonna buy them. And I guess while we're on the topic of liquid lipsticks, I wanted to talk about these Stila liquid lipsticks that I also picked up during the Sephora Weekly Wow sale. I am so weak when it comes to that sale. They put half off on all these things that I want, and then I can't resist. It's terrible. It's awful. It's terrible. And I picked up 4 of the Stila liquid lipsticks this time around, and I think that this is my favorite liquid lipstick formula ever. It is the longest lasting. I've never seen it feather on me. The colors are gorgeous, and I mean, we all know what makes a good liquid lipstick, but these ones really just last the longest. They don't feather, and I always tend to have makeup in my teeth, and this one just kind of avoids that problem for me, so I'm gonna try to collect them all. Another palette from BH Cosmetics that I've been obsessed with this year is the Carli Bybel Deluxe palette. I did a tutorial on this palette, and I'm quickly going to go put it on private because for some reason YouTube cut off like the last 4 minutes, so I'm gonna re-edit that, re-upload it, but ooh, this palette, man, I got a lot of wear out of this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what my palette looks like. I have 2. It's a disaster, and honestly the camera doesn't pick it up, but it's all over the place. A couple of these have hit pan, like down there and down there, but honestly just the color scheme of these eyeshadows is so pretty. I can get so many different diverse looks out of it. It's great for people of color because you've got your darker colors and they're so pigmented that they're gonna show up on anyone. These highlighters are so amazing. I'm not gonna swatch them because they pretty much swatch the same as that other BH Cosmetics highlight palette I brought up, but I believe it's like 20. This tray. But yeah, for the price of $22 you get 15 eyeshadows and 6 highlighters, and I honestly just throw this palette in my bag because it's a complete look and it's easy and it is so worth the price, and I totally recommend it to you, and I hope that they never stop selling this palette ever. I've got a lot of highlighters in this video. I love highlighter. Highlighter and eyeshadow are my favorite makeup products if you couldn't tell. And I found a lot of really awesome highlighters this year. This is the Sleek Cosmetics highlighting palette in Solstice. Oh! And yeah, this palette slays my life. It's kind of weird to show on camera because it's got the little mirror and it doesn't bend, but as you can see, it's got 3 gorgeous highlighters and then a cream highlighter shade there. And these highlighters are so blinding, but they're so lightweight. Have you ever had a highlighter like almost look cakey, like really powdery when you pack it on? This doesn't happen with this guy. And that cream highlighter in there is one of like 2 cream highlighters that I don't despise. You put that on just a little bit, tap it on with your fingers, and then go over top with it with the powder highlights in here. You are going to be glowing to the gods, girl. I got this in a gift set at Walgreens. It was $15, and it also came with, I believe, a lipstick, and I think it came with one other thing, I don't remember. But I pretty much bought it for this, and oh, I'm so glad. I believe I saw it at Ulta for $10 too, so make sure to grab it while you can, because I'm sure that these are going to be flying off the shelves in 2018. A couple other really awesome drugstore highlighters are these Wet n Wild highlighters. I believe their first highlighters did come out late 2016. I bought the lighter of the 2, and it was still too dark for me, and when I was looking like straight on or like this, you could see the dark lines, and it was not a good look. So I was really stoked when they released some lighter colors. I believe there is another color that I think would work with my skin tone, but these were the 2 that I picked up at Walgreens, and I just love this formula. They're $4, well, $4.99. But I think that other stores will sell them cheaper, but just, they're so good for the price, just, yeah. And obviously when you add setting spray and when you use a brush and pack it on, it's gonna look even better, but I mean, $4, come on. These have been around for a minute, but they've really gotten big in 2017, and those are the Stila liquid metals. I wanna collect all of these. I only have one, and I'm depressed about it. I have this rose gold one on my eyes right now, and as you can see, it is super poppin', and it's so easy to apply. You just put it right on the lid, and you can get a super sharp line, or you can blend it out super easily. Some of them are more glittery, some of them are more metallic, but they're just awesome. $24 is a little bit ridiculous, but I think that they're really, really good quality, and they last long. So it's not even, it's worth the price, and I want to collect them all. But yeah, I really, really recommend that if you can get your hands on these, do it. These are gonna be gross looking, but it's because I love them, and they're covered in makeup, and it's because I've used them so much. These are from Wet n Wild, and I think they're supposed to be dupes of the Marc Jacobs one, but oh my gosh, these contour duos are amazing. They're only $5, and I will say that it does show the price because the product comes out of the pan so easily. Like, I do not take these to go, because every time I did, I'd look in my purse and it'd be bursted all over everything. So these stay in the house, but for $5, the coverage on these is amazing. They blend out so smoothly and so seamlessly, and I've just found myself constantly repurchasing them, even though I keep dropping them and breaking them. But I can't seem to live without them. They're awesome. I love the colors. I've been taking this banana shade and putting it underneath my eyes right there, and it just brightens up my face so much and gets rid of my dark circles like nothing else. And $5, like, they're so much better than $5. This is one of my favorite bronzers of all time here in this caramel toffee duo. So yeah, definitely pick these up if you get the chance. A new brand that's kind of come into the makeup scene this year and that I've been personally obsessed with is Juvia's Place, and I picked up these 2 palettes, and they are so good. So good. They're so good. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. The color scheme is unlike anything I've ever seen. No brand has ever done anything like this, that I've seen at least. And these colors are so just rich and pigmented, and everything good in the world is contained in this palette. Just know that. No, but for real, these colors swatch amazingly. They are so buttery and soft. They almost feel like they're cream shadows, but they're not. Those are some swatches of my 3 favorite shades, but there is not one shade in this palette that I haven't used and that I haven't loved. And you can't even tell that I've used it because they're so pigmented that you just need to dip your brush in just a little, and it's enough for your entire eye look. It blends out amazingly. The pigmentation is amazing. It doesn't go away when you blend it. This one is the Masquerade palette. I'm sure you guys have seen these palettes before, but just like, you need to see it. Just look at it in case you haven't. I think they retail for somewhere around $40, but they're constantly having sales. I got these both when they were having some sort of, like, I think 30% off sale, so I got a really good deal. And there are a lot of YouTubers and makeup artists on the internet who have discount codes. So if you are in the neck of the woods to buy a really, really nice, colorful, super high quality palette, definitely check out Juvia's Place. Another amazing palette from BH Cosmetics, and this is the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I do have the Take Me to Brazil palette, and honestly, it was just okay. Some of the shades in there just had no pigment. You just had to kind of build it up, build it up, build it up, and it just, yeah, not very pigmented, but they reformulated it and re-released it this year in the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and they added even a few shades, and all of these mattes in here are so soft, so pigmented. This whole row right here I am obsessed with, and the shimmers are all right. They're not really like foiled shadows, and I don't really ever know what to do with shimmers. They're just kind of like not my thing, but they're still really pretty. It's a really great rainbow palette, just kind of has every color you need, and I really like that it's got your matte white, your black, and then like a shimmer white, so you can really get a complete look out of this palette. I believe it retails for somewhere around 16 bucks, but you can always get it on sale at BH like I mentioned before, so yeah, definitely pick up the Take Me Back to Brazil, not the Take Me to Brazil. I don't think they sell it anymore, but if you have Take Me to Brazil and you didn't like it, definitely try out Take Me Back to Brazil because it's completely different and I'm obsessed. Huda Beauty has not honestly been my favorite brand for a couple of reasons, mostly doing with their owner, just kind of having some homophobia issues, you know, we're not gonna open that whole can of worms today. She's just not my favorite person, so I haven't really wanted to support her, honestly, also just because the stuff is so expensive. I haven't been able to, but I was gifted this palette and it's good, you guys. So the person who gave this to me definitely knew what I liked in a palette, and oh my god. It's a cranberry palette, and these metallics in here, these like pink metallics, they're so good. They are just everything you want in a metallic. You know what I mean. They're just like soft and they blend out good. They are super pigmented and I'm obsessed. There's every shade you need in here for a complete look. 29 bucks is not that bad for a palette that is so pigmented, super high quality, and you can get a complete look out of. And it's super small, so you can just throw it in your bag. I've really been liking it, and I think that I may have to pick up the other ones. We'll see. But that electric one is calling my name, just being honest with you. The next product I'm going to talk about is new to me. It is my new baby. I feel like my life has improved since this came into my life. So I'm going to bring it up, but you've got to forgive me for the price tag, okay? This is the Sephora Pro editorial palette, and it retails for $68, you guys. $68 for Sephora Collection. And we all know Sephora Collection as being a very affordable, cost-friendly brand, but $68 is well worth the price for this palette. Oh, I'm trying not to blind you guys with the mirror, but $68 is well worth the price for this palette. I am obsessed. But yeah, even though there is a $68 price tag on this guy, I'm gonna recommend it to you. It was gifted to me, so I guess I didn't actually take the monetary loss, but I would gladly pay $68 for the warm or cool one, even though I already have this one. Just the colors in it, they're my thing. And if you like really rainbowy bright colors, then you know that if you buy this, you're gonna get really high quality pigmented blendable shadows and some really great shimmers that are gonna last all day. It's good, y'all. It's just good. But on a more positive note with Milani, these blushes, this is the same blush. I need you to know that I went through this entire blush in like 6 months because I am so obsessed with it. This is one of the first blushes I ever tried, and then I forgot about it. Didn't really try it again until I heard a bunch of people on YouTube talking about it. Didn't try it again until I heard a bunch of YouTubers talking about it, and then I went and picked one up, and I use this blush almost every day. I picked up another one to replace this one, and I am going to break into it pretty much almost as soon as I run out of my other blush I have from them, which is Berry Amore. But they're just really luminous. They've got a little bit of a highlight to them, so you can almost use them by itself if you don't want to apply any highlight. They're super pigmented. The wearability is awesome. They last all day. There's that motherfucking train again. You know what I'm gonna say at this point. Get the blushes. They're good blushes. Yeah, so Milani blushes. What's next? The last Wet n Wild product that I'm gonna talk about are these liquid catsuit lipsticks. I am in love with these. I have nearly every shade except for the new ones that are only available on the website. The ones that are available in store plus the gray and the black ones I do have because I love this formula so much. They are a dupe for that dude Jefferson Starship or whatever his name is. They're a dupe for his, apparently he's got liquid lipsticks, and they're a dupe for his, and I really am in love. They obviously are not the most long lasting, but they are $5, and honestly for $5 they stay on really well. So I really have been loving them. The colors are really good, and I really am dying to get my hands on the rest of them. Try to collect all of them if you really want to improve your sort of lipstick range that you have. So this is that gray one that I mentioned. It's like gray liquid. What other brand has gray liquid lipstick in drugstore? Wet n Wild. These two products I'm going to mention together because they are dupes. I had to buy a new one of this one here from BH Cosmetics because I lost my other one because I guess my life's just a disaster like that. But this is the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer, and this is Tarte Shape Tape. I'm sure you guys all know about Tarte Shape Tape. Everyone and their mother this year said that this was their favorite product of 2017. I do love Tarte Shape Tape. I'm completely out of it. It's the best concealer I have personally ever tried, but this BH Cosmetics one is an exact dupe. The coverage is the same, it looks the same, it's just the coverage, dude, is insane on this stuff. And it's $8. And the reason why I'm gonna say that Shape Tape is still better is because the bottle, it just, like, you open it and it just kind of like comes out, and with this one you can just kind of put it on your face. So if they could get this into the same sort of packaging, we would definitely have like an empire right here with this $8 concealer, because it's the same coverage as this Tarte Shape Tape, which is the best concealer ever apparently. I do not like the packaging on this one, so that's why I'm gonna put Shape Tape just a little bit above it, but they're both really good. I definitely recommend them both. And the last product that I'm going to talk about for the video is this baby right here, Miss Jaclyn Hill. I've got a lot of thoughts about this palette, but it is going to go on my best of 2017 side, and honestly, if I had to pick one product from 2017 that is my favorite, it's this palette. My favorite makeup look I have ever done came from this palette, and the most liked Instagram picture I have, and Kat Von D liked it, so this palette obviously has done me good, and that's just kind of telling me that I need to use it more. My thing with it is that now the palettes are retailing for the same price. The shade names are on the back, and it's laminated. Mine is white cardboard, dude, and these are so pigmented, it is disgusting looking. And I know that's being really nitpicky, but it just kind of sucks because that would make me want to use it a lot more, and now the people who are paying the same price, if not cheaper, because I paid for shipping, are getting a better product, so that kind of sucks. But y'all, this palette is so freaking good. I really feel like you can get a complete look out of this palette, and if you're a person of color, you can still get a great look out of this palette too, because it's got so many dark shades. If you are a professional makeup artist or a freelance makeup artist, I feel like you can throw this in your kit and it can almost just be like the only palette you need. Every time I do my makeup with this palette, I'm like, damn, that looks good. And I get a lot of compliments on my makeup when I use this palette too. Top 2 palettes like this and Modern Renaissance you cannot beat. And I saw the hard work and dedication that Jaclyn put into this palette based off of her videos. I'm not even like a huge Jaclyn fan. That just makes it all the more special knowing that it came from someone like myself who just like is just trying to get it come up on YouTube, you know what I mean? They blend out amazingly. They're so pigmented. It's a damn good palette, and I'm so glad that I got my hands on it when I did, because I've been loving it, and I could not recommend a palette more to you guys, and that's why I think it's going to be my favorite product of 2017. Alright, and that is going to do it for the video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing what my favorite and least favorite products of 2017 were. I really enjoyed doing a video like this where I just got to sit down and talk about makeup, so I'm definitely going to try to do more videos like this a lot in 2018, and I'm really, really excited for what my channel has to bring. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit subscribe, because I'm gonna have a lot more where it came from in 2017 and you wouldn't want to miss out on that. I hope that you guys had an amazing holiday season, because mine was shit on a stick, and I hope that you guys had a better one than I did. I don't mean to be so negative, it was just rough, but I hope that you guys had an amazing holiday, and I hope that 2017 gave you everything that you wanted from it, and I hope that 2018 gives you the most amazing start, and I couldn't thank you more for sticking around this long ass video and hearing me ramble about makeup. And I just hope that in 2018 I can take this channel further so that more people can understand my love for makeup and for just being creative. And I'm just really excited for 2018 because big things are gonna happen, and I'm speaking that into existence, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in 2018.